key players in the refurbishment, Studio E, Ryden, Harley, Exova, were grossly negligent.
The leitmotif of Grenfell is the failure of anyone to take responsibility, either then or now.
What type of society allowed this to happen?
The closing statements from lawyers representing survivors and the bereaved of Grenfell Tower. They accuse a rogues gallery of firms of responsibility for the 72 deaths. But after more than 300 days of evidence, the blame game continues. As the inquiry draws to a close, those who have lost loved ones want to see it followed by criminal prosecutions of organisations involved in the disaster. Today, we heard from some of those companies accused of negligence, and in their closing statements, they continue to deny any wrongdoing. Arconic, the US-owned firm that made the highly combustible cladding panels, was first among those named by lawyers as responsible for the speed of the fire's growth and spread. Here's their lawyer.
Public policy has at all material times concentrated on controlling such products, not at the point of manufacture or sale, but at the point of use. And therefore the primary responsibility for any alleged misuse of the product must lie with those actually responsible for the design and construction of the architectural project in which the product is used.
That's a long way of saying it's not our fault. While the subcontractor commissioned to design and install the cladding system, Harley Facades, said this about Arconic.
They were perfectly aware that that product in cassette form was not suitable for Grenfell Tower or indeed any other high-rise building. Indeed, they knew that it was dangerous in any such application.
But an expert in fire safety who's been watching the inquiry says multiple companies hold a level of responsibility.
So it's not a question that you can turn around and simply say, well, it was them, it wasn't us. You were all responsible for that wall system, and all the elements that you should have put together in that wall system should have been correctly tested, correctly installed, and should have been signed off correctly.
You can see why the inquiry has taken so long, with so much still unresolved, none of which helps the grieving families and residents of Grenfell in their search for justice. Emily Wither, 5 News.